This is part 2 of our digital child lecture. So now we're going to talk about the online world. Children, especially adolescents, are spending an increasing amount of time online. There are dangers involved in this. A survey in 2010 found that more than 6 in 10 kids had accidentally landed on web nudity and violence. Many have had a stranger make an online bid to meet them in real life. An internet security firm found that no fewer than 92% of children in the U.S. have a web presence by the time they are age 2. Should this be a concern? Around 41% of kids had a stranger try to connect with them on a social network. About 10% said someone they did not know tried to arrange a meeting with them. 1/5 of kids said they regretted something they did online. We also have cyberbullying that's becoming more and more common. There is the risk of addiction to the internet and social media. Also, children aren't spending time outdoors, they're not doing physical activity, and they're not being in the physical presence of friends. So these are all problems. So what can we do about it? Well, we need to set rules guiding online behavior. So parents should set rules guiding behavior and safety. Like anything else, there needs to be rules about how to use it. We need to talk to children about what's safe, such as not friending people you don't know in real life, never agree to meet someone in real life without a parent, and talk about what private information to put online and what not to. Never put a home address, a telephone number, social security number, or anything else that might make you or a family member vulnerable to identity theft. You can install a content filter. They're not perfect, there are ways to get around them, but they help. Set limits for daily online time. Teach children to be skeptical. Talk to children about how to be skeptical and cynical. This sounds horrible that we want to teach children not to trust people, but you also don't want children to fall for everything they see. We need to teach them how to think about things and realize that people have ulterior motives. People are trying to get something. People are trying to get you to spend money or give something away. We have to teach children to question these things and not trust everybody and everything they see. And we need to have positive replacements for online time. So instead of just telling them stop being on the screen so much, give them something else that is good for them to do. Family dinner, board game night, playing a game outside, etc. Give them something else to do that doesn't involve a screen, that's enjoyable for them. So media and health. Does media risk our health? Well, there's a lack of exercise. Sitting at a computer in front of the TV, you're spending less time outside, you're not being as physically active, you're not getting exercise. There's a higher risk of obesity. It's not just due to a lack of exercise, but the increased likelihood of consuming bad food. Think about it. What do you eat when you're sitting and watching TV? Are you making healthy choices or unhealthy ones? Eating disorders. People portrayed in the media, magazines, movies, Instagram models, Snapchat filters, all of these things can give unrealistic and impossible to achieve ideas of beauty. So children, especially girls, are vulnerable to eating disorders to try to match this impossible standard of beauty. So what do you think? Is there a cause for concern? Does media impact our health, or do you think some people are overreacting to the potential harms of media? Now let's talk about representation. The way people are portrayed in the media matter. Men, women, ethnic groups. Representation is important. It's not just about shows and movies, it's commercials, ads in magazines, posters at the mall. Representation matters. Body image is important. Does media affect how we feel about our own bodies? Men and women are affected by this. They see these idealized bodies in the media and they want to match and they can't. Stereotypes. The way an ethnic group or a gender or a religion is portrayed can feed stereotypes, and some of these stereotypes are very negative. And it can also create a self-fulfilling prophecy. For example, women who are attractive are less intelligent. We see this in TV shows and movies all the time. Really attractive women are ditzes. So women might think, I'm attractive, or I want to be attractive, so I must not be smart. If I'm not smart, there's no point in even trying at school. Okay? There are other examples, especially on, think about how fathers are portrayed in most sitcoms. It's not very flattering. Think about how some ethnic minorities are portrayed. And a child of that ethnic minority might see, well, other people who look like me always seem to act like that, so I have to act like that too. Okay? So I want you to think about people in popular media who may be portraying an entire group in a negative way. And think about what stereotypes are being propagated. When you're watching TV or movies, I want you to consider that. What messages are being sent to children about their genders, their ethnicities, their religions? Okay? But can the power of media be used for good? I want you to go out there and look up something called the Scully effect. Think about what it is and how it pertains to what we've been talking about. Okay? It's really interesting and I want you to find out about it. So there is an upside. I've been telling you about all the risks of media, all the downsides, and it seems pretty gloomy. People like to paint a bleak picture about the use of technology. There are national debates about it, and the media likes to sensationalize studies that show a link between the media and negative effects. The media loves to report these. It's not all gloom and doom, however. Think about some of the benefits children get by being immersed in technology. So, we are about to discuss the benefits of technology. Yes, even video games. What do you think some of the benefits of media are? TV, internet, video games? Can these be forces for good? I want you to stop and think about that, and we will talk about the benefits of media in the next video.